Welcome back. We are mid.
We're arrested conversation.
I think we're more than mid, but we're in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah. Okay, so when it happened, did you hear a gunshot? And I do want to ask this question.
Okay.
I don't think she did, but I just...
Ask it anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah, but well, let's ask this first one. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Which I guess is interesting in that if it was like a sniper, do we know anything about the bullet itself?
I don't know.
The gun could have been quite far away, although, I mean, the sound of bullets travels pretty far. You think about, like, the equivalent being, like, fireworks.
There might have been a silencer, right?
True.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Okay. What you were saying. Did you kill Lily?
Oh, now I feel really bad about it.
Fuck it. Get in there.
What? Why would I put myself through this insanity? Get myself cornered like this? He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around. Close to her hand.
But
I
as
feel
we
like-
discussed in the last one, that would have required her to be outside while he was inside.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I want to push this too hard. Can I say this one here?
Sure.
Desire drives people loco.
She simply shakes her head.
Yeah, let's leave it alone. Can you ask some
Like
other
what?
questions? The people of after you have killed him. I think that's what she thinks.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone.
But
or
now she's standing
be
out
seen with
here.
anyone,
she's been standing out here for hours.
so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
By the way, something to consider.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. But there's one thing I know, is that you'll get nothing from there.
Okay. Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
That the answer came fast.
Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting.
Oh, yeah.
And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravachol.
She did try to disguise her voice, which she wouldn't have necessarily needed to do if she wasn't afraid.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
Oh no. Our brain's fighting with itself.
Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
When
This is confusing.
was the window changed?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Angus is Titus's brother?
Oh.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Okay.
think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke, just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
I'm really worried about her.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody.
For what?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Do we think that she killed him? If not, then lying to the cops... Well, I was going to say lying to cops isn't a crime, but actually I think it is. But that's why, at least in the States, you can plead the fifth, right? Is it the fifth? It's that thing where, like, you're never asked
You
to
have the right
make
to not incriminate yourself, right?
yourself or, like, your spouse, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't her spouse, but
No, it's, I was going to
you
say.
don't have to testify against your spouse or something, right? Isn't that a thing?
Yep. Yes, it sounds right. I'm just making this noise because, like, it's not ours.
We're not lawyers.
We're also not.
We're
you know?
social scientists.
And also, we don't reside in America. We don't know the law. You
Well,
know?
no. But I think even here there's a thing about that.
I'm pretty
where
sure you
don't-
have the right. Well, here you have the right to remain silent. You do have that, but you have the right to not incriminate yourself through, your testimony if you choose not to. You can also choose to tell everything if you want to, but
Yeah.
You're looking-
I feel like there's like a very specific thing about not having to incriminate. Like if they ask you something like, did your husband shoot the mailman? You're allowed to say no.
I don't know if you have the right to lie, but you certainly have the right to not say anything.
There's something funny about it, I'm sure. I feel like it's a different thing.
Here.
I'm not sure whether it's here or in the States.
It says right to not self-incriminate in New Zealand. Privilege against self-incrimination. This privilege allows a person to refuse to provide specific information that would be likely to incriminate them under New Zealand law in relation to an offence punishable by a fine or imprisonment. It applies to an oral response or a written response.
So that's just saying, that's the equivalent of the right to remain silent, right? Like it's saying you refuse to answer the question.
Yeah, I don't know what... Yes. Right to remain silent.
Maybe I got this thing in my head from the show Special
Yeah,
Attorney.
in New Zealand it's
Ooh.
called the right to remain silent. You have your right to remain silent. You do not have to answer questions or make a statement except for your name, date of birth, or address.
Name, date of birth, or address. That's good to know. Those are the things you have to tell the cops. Not testifying against spouse law. I don't know.
A person is now competent to testify against his or her spouse, but cannot be compelled to do so.
Spousal privilege. In common law, spousal privilege is also called marital privilege or husband-wife privilege, is a term used in the law of evidence to describe two separate privileges that apply to spouses. The spousal communications privilege and the spousal testimonial privilege. Both types of privilege are based on the policy of encouraging spousal harmony and preventing spouses from having to condemn or be condemned by their spouses.
Oh my gosh.
The spousal communications privilege or confidences privilege is a form of privileged communication that protects the contents of confidential communication between spouses during their marriage from testimonial disclosure. While spousal testimonial privilege, also called spousal incompetency and spousal immunity, protects the individual holding the privilege from being called to testify in proceedings relating to their spouse. However, in some countries, the spousal privilege have their roots in legal fiction that a husband and wife were one person. What the heck?
Whoa.
Anyway, let's stop getting distracted.
Hey friends, get learning with anthropology. Oh yeah.
That won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality.
I mean,
All right, so
they're both right and wrong in their own way.
This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
let's try it.
Shall we try and put anything on? Drama?
What is
4?
it? Drama.
The white check, you may retry it.
Okay, yes, let's put something on.
Let's return to this later. Ooh.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Turn to Klaja. Looks like love did him in after all.
Oh, do we have to say that? That's like, it kind of implies that it's her fault.
Oh, yeah, no, I just, I don't know. The only reason I wanted to say it was it's kind of poetic, but and you're right, in a cruel way.
I love what's the communism
What is
in this?
communism in this?
But I'm going to say it killed him and just look at Klaja.
No. Communism killed him. Remember? Love made it possible. You know this much.
What is the communism in this?
You do not know. A wind of needles. Airships flutter in the stratosphere.
How do I know all this then?
Who knows? It's getting cold out. You should go.
Say it.
If she gets real upset about this, it's on you.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her. It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Say nothing and let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Was it real?
I don't know.
She looks down into the yard and then back at her coffee. Finished thought.
We might have helped some of her thoughts and clarity.
Ooh, this whole thing is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, so what were we putting on? Drama. We don't have anything dramatic on. I think we've got at least a few pluses in that.
I would
Something
think
with
so. I feel like
plus
our
2 on
kimono
it.
might.
Yes,
Have
yes,
drama to
you're
it.
right. It does have that on it.
Yeah, amazing that after all this time we remember one thing.
That's minus. Plus. Oh, but the kimono's also a jacket, right? They both got +1.
Okay, cool. And. Hey.
Hey!
Nice. Friends, the bow tie. I should tell them what my colleagues tell me, right?
Oh, yeah.
My
Tell them about
coworker.
it.
I was talking to my coworker about this game and how I'm enjoying it. Anyway, they've started playing it, and they said to me today that they are thoroughly enjoying it. They haven't got past the dam yet. That was
Okay.
the lock.
Yeah.
But they said that their electrochemistry is really high, and their bow tie is talking to them. Just like constantly. I think like Shivers is kind of talking to us a lot, or used to talk to us a lot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Their bow tie is just giving them all sorts of
of chats.
Yeah, and my colleague was like, "Yeah, my bow tie is my friend."
I'm so pleased by that. Also, is it just me? Or did we always have a bullet slot?
Oh my gosh. I have no idea. We're going to have to go back and look at one of our first. I have no idea. Did we? I'm sure we did. We just never noticed it, right?
I don't know.
Surely we did. How did we not notice this? Friends. Okay.
I'm
Oh.
concerned for
You
us.
finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves,
Is this because of our outfit? What's happening?
where did that man get such a cool jacket?
Oh, is this the
Did
jacket
he
we got
receive
washed?
it upon graduating the
No.
École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he
This is.
dangerous?
I think this is like one of the piss fuck jackets.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I dangered him to myself. What am I doing?
This is insane.
Oh no, believe me, it will be everyone else who's uncomfortable with it. You're
no.
safe. No one dares say a word unless they're, like, from your station and coming to judge you. But what are the chances of
Is this the one with a slur on the back?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's quickly.
Yes. This is the fuck the world jacket, and the one we're wearing is... Oh,
Yeah, fuck. Let's just talk to her real quick and then
yeah,
take it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Beautiful.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and willow-wisps.
I mean, true, but...
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
I feel like now the voices are getting, like, offended, and I'm equally not inclined to listen to them when they're
Being petulant?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush.
Fuck, they know us.
I get concerned when they break the fourth wall. I mean, I know that they do it a lot, but...
See?
Start at the top, choose at the bottom. So, oh yeah, yes. Okay, Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
I'm just trying to rest my hand at the moment.
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
That's weird. That's... Oh, no, okay.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
Oh, Drama's just offended.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
I'm inclined... I don't want to push her too hard on this. I
No,
don't
say
think
nothing.
she's
She
lying.
stands before you, holding her back very straight.
I don't think her real name is Klasia, because why would she give us her real name, right?
Yeah, I don't blame her for not giving her real name though.
No, I don't either.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Okay. Good. You can tell me the truth? I don't think she'll want to.
I don't know if she can tell us the truth either, but yeah, sure.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
You're probably not. Wow. I kind of don't want to conclude it, but do we ask her real name? Do we say you're probably not even this around year 37? Are you?
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me is like, wants to say this because there's like a take. There's one take there that's us like pushing. But there's one take where that's us being kind of compassionate and be like, tell us the truth. We won't write it down. But this is your moment to say something truthful.
Let's
But
go
I
with
don't know
that.
which take it's going to go down, you know?
Well, let's ask.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
So she said that she had a connection with the guy because they were both from the same place, but they weren't.
Hold on. It's not even an RNE's name, is it? It's not even Mundi, it's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese.
Oh, that was unfair of
All
me
I
too.
remember is Oranje. Alasie is my father's name.
That was unfair of me to assume that. Interesting.
Which of these do you want to say?
It's interesting because I just assumed she was lying, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I like all of these in different ways. Like, I like this one because it's like, yeah, we're being honest with each other. I like this because it's like, we'll protect your secret. This one is just sort of Harry being unhinged, and this one is like not committing to anything. So, what do you want to do?
Sorry, I quite like that top one because she was saying she was sick of lying, right?
Yeah. Finally, we meet Katarzynie. Is that how she pronounced
I
it?
don't recall.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
Shall we say this?
Sure.
You're probably not even Miss Orania 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying.
Okay, Drama's real upset.
Drummer is upset.
Yeah, okay, enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
I'm not going to arrest her. That's just a dick move.
I don't think that's arresting her though. That's asking her about that, right?
Well, do you want me to say it?
No, because I don't want to risk actually arresting her.
Yeah. Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
I think...
Sorry.
Sorry, you go ahead.
I was going to say when we were sort of working through those, I had just gone into this assumptive mode of everything she's told us is a fucking lie.
Okay, yeah.
So I think it's interesting that not everything was.
Yes.
You know, she talked about being the disco dance, you know.
Yeah. Which in itself is interesting, right? Because in theory, if we'd really wanted to, we could have used that information to trace down her real name.
Oh, because of the year.
If that sort of thing was recorded, which it might not have been because this is pre-internet. What I was going to say is, like, I know that this is not how the law works. Maybe it should be how the law works, but like, if we think about what's the purpose of arresting people, unless we have a strong reason to believe that she killed the guy, her lying to us is sort of irrelevant in a way, like in terms of like a crime that we're trying to see someone brought to justice for.
So we would be arresting her on what, suspicion of murder?
If we were going to arrest her.
Right, that's what I'm sort of saying.
Yeah. But I don't think we have grounds to try and arrest her on like we might legally, but in terms of like morals, just the fact that she's been lying her face off is kind of like, who cares? Like, if we're here to find a murderer and put them in prison,
And we don't think it's her.
then what's arresting her going to do? It's just going to end her up being killed if she's telling us the truth about it.
If we thought she'd done it, we'd arrest her on suspicion of murder.
Yes. I think that if you'll forgive the
Metagaming?
No, not the metagaming, the turn of phrase, I think that the smashed mirror is the smoking gun, the smashed window. Because why would the window have been smashed if a bullet hadn't gone through it?
Why wouldn't she be in the same room as him?
However, didn't we think that he'd been shot through the mouth?
It's come out his mouth. Or not come out.
Did we think he get shot in the back of the head or was shot through the mouth? Because there wasn't a bullet wound in the back of the... There wasn't a bullet wound in the back of the head, is there? The only reason why we found the bullet at all was because we investigated his mouth.
No, yeah, but I wondered if there was swelling, like we couldn't tell on the back of the head because of the condition of the body. I can't recall. We're going to have to revisit that.
Fuck. Because that's pretty key.
It's pretty key. Can we reread our notes?
You are. This is not the end of this.
Let's return to this later.
Okay. Can we look at our ledger?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it all in Kim's ledger?
I feel like our ledger is all
Is
old
it an
stuff.
item? Is our ledger an item? Where the fuck is it?
Oh, it's equipable now, right? Here we go.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. It takes about half an hour to piece
Yeah, these
one
are all
together.
old.
Using the system, not much has changed.
It's in Kim's. Can we have a chat with Kim? See if we can access that information.
I don't think Kim...
Just like talk about the case.
I don't think Kim says anything to us anymore. I also want to take this jacket off. Okay. Clothes. Let's just switch to a
Anything.
different jacket.
Alright, do you mind just humour me?
Yes,
Yeah,
happy
thank
to.
you.
Happy
Yes.
to.
Tell me about
Can we
the
have
case.
a case again? Can we just... I just don't want to be doing this right in front of her. I know it doesn't make any difference at all, but... Let's go inside.
We're one with Kim right now.
We are one. As we were meant to be. I just wondered about putting up our perception before we try this. But maybe it doesn't matter. Our perception's pretty high.
This window is pristine on the
Visual
inside,
calculus.
unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp.
I think we've already had that dialogue. Visual calculus was light blue, eh? There we
Yeah.
go.
It'd be lovely if there was a little checkbox that you could tick and it would show you all the items with plus or minus on that.
Yeah, if you could just click visual calculus.
If they had all of the options on the left and you could just click
that
it
would be good, eh?
and it would show you.
I mean, we don't have to do this to ourselves.
I think it's well worthwhile though.
But-
It means we're passing, sometimes passing checks.
It is really satisfying to see the percentages go up.
It
Eh?
is,
You're
yes.
like, mahaha, I'm gaming the system, literally. Okay,
It's a feature of the game.
and we don't. It is a feature of the game. Did we just put our hand on? Sorry, I don't know why I found it so funny. I didn't check before we started messing around with stuff if we had anything. Okay.
This window is pristine on the inside,
Amazing.
unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp
What happened
reflects
here?
off. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
Then it is in. It is in.
This looks like there's 3 bullets.
I think it's the. Are they looking at the trajectory?
Oh, maybe. What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired.
They've got their heads at the foot of the bed. I hate that.
Oh well, we were talking about where the bullet entry wound was. She saw it go in his mouth. We were assuming it was the back of his head. There you go.
The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
They would have had to do so much cleanup in here. Like, why is there not?
But if there was no exit wound, there might not have been.
Ending him.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly
The man does not
figures.
know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside? Or
Is it
somewhat?
too long? Should we do the top one first?
Yeah, 80% sure the roof's where the shot was made from.
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
Okay. So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%. With a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot.
And we now know that this is an exit that they could have taken, right?
Yes.
Kind of weird that they didn't shoot from in here.
Hmm.
The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room, a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Okay.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
Interesting, because we can go have a look at that.
Oh, we're looking at this. Okay, so there's the church.
The northern edge of the boardwalk. Okay. Yeah.
And this is the fucked up building, right?
This is where we are, right?
No, because this is A,
Where we are, yes.
and this is the building next door where, like, the dice maker is and stuff.
Right. So I don't think we've gone to where B3 is yet.
No, I don't think we have either. Since when can we cross the...
Could be wrong about
Water.
that, but I don't think so. I don't think we've been over there.
Unless that's... No, because I was going to say maybe the shipping area, but that's back up here, isn't it? Because we go through Kuno's little shit house and then we... Yeah.
Don't know.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Okay. Have a look at point.
I'm jumping ahead to the islet. The islet. What is
1
that?
kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer.
Right. Yes, we've seen this place.
The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Okay.
Yeah, also, like, considering the fact that they were mid-coitus, they would have been moving around a lot. The chance of hitting a shot from any of those distances and not missing? You have to be a fucking good sniper.
Yeah.
Have a look at point B, the boardwalk.
700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Yeah. Point B, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it.
It's scary.
Possibly from a tent. No. too far-fetched.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the border, B double prime, Land's Edge, or B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than the roof.
But still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
I'm surprised he's willing to go along with us. I feel like that's because we've built up some trust with Kim.
Yes.
Like, he's like, I trust Harry's instincts, if not his intellect.
Yes, yeah.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah. What's the rule of, like, if it's...
Occam's razor.
The simplest solution is probably
Yeah.
all that it is.
Okay.
And let's just talk to Kim as per what you wanted to do.
I think, though, I'm pretty... Given that we know that the orientation of the person...
Yes.
Not...
That's
yeah.
kind of solved the...
Yeah.
Do you
The
want me to
direction
still
of the bullet.
ask or not worry about
No,
it?
I'm not worried about it now, because I feel
Okay.
like that's solved our question.
Okay. We got a level up.
Skill point.
So we could spend that on a skill
Shall
or
we
on
spend
a thought.
it on a skill that we want to do a check for?
I
Let's
think
do
we
that.
should. What is... Have we read this? Date of birth generator?
Your face looks like it's
Yeah.
58 and your body feels like it's 60. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I feel like there was one that we wanted to do.
Was it magnesium-based life form?
I feel like that's
No, we
something...
don't want that.
We don't want to minus shit to shivers.
We're doing Wasteland of Reality right now.
Yes, we are. Okay. Okay, let's not worry about that right now.
Shall we look at our what checks we have to do?
Yeah. Also, somebody said that we hadn't done a few interacts, which I think,
Are these ones?
like, we've done all of these, but I think maybe we can
interact
also
these?
interact with these.
Can we just like right click them or something?
I don't know.
No.
No, we can't.
Shall we just have a look and see?
I wonder if we can get that fixed. And that can be our gun in lieu of having our gun. I also wonder what Everett will say now that we've...
Oh, signed the thing and sent it?
Not that. Now that we've crushed the resistance of the Hardy Boys.
Oh.
I don't like Everett though. I don't really want to talk to him if we don't have to. Okay.
Team me on
No.
the ship.
I was just trying to go down the stairs.
Okay, so
Okay.
shall we have a quick look at our checks? I'm just thinking that we don't have heaps of time, but it might be enough time to put a point in something and recheck something.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. I was thinking we could go and try and open the Oh, that's right. The fridge. We were given the tool to open the fridge, but then we discovered that it wasn't in the fridge, right? Did we try to... I don't think we tried to open the fridge.
No, we haven't.
But we've discovered that there was a note in the ice bear fridge to say, I've moved the thing somewhere else. So it's not even in that place anymore, right?
Shall we try and open the other little fridge though with that new mega that tool? Ice cream maker. So we haven't done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do that?
Let's do that.
Okay. Let's go. Man, I'm loving all of the stuff that we don't want to talk to them. They were gone for ages. Is it morning again or something? What's happening?
Midday.
Yeah, okay, so they were gone while it was nighttime while we were doing karaoke.
Flapping around.
Let me in, please. Man, I really had thought we were kind of like almost at the end, but now it's like...
I think we've got heaps to do still.
There's still so much to do. I'm just saving that because... Oh, I need the tool in my hand. Don't
This
touch
orange
it.
machine.
Harry, don't.
Just touch it.
The mega tool.
Right. What?
Oh,
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank ice cream churner.
Can we crank
and
it?
an
What's the
electric
turn the ice cream
freezer.
crank? Will
The
that do
ice
anything?
around it
It doesn't do
slowly
anything.
melting. Turning
Happy
the
to do
crank
it,
feels
but-
oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now.
we don't
You'll
have
never
any
become a
physical
poet.
instrument. I mean, we purposefully made ourselves.
Shit in it.
Yeah.
I think we've got some clothes.
We don't have anything on right now.
Here we go. That's one.
Okay.
Pink.
I assume if we. Yes.
Another one.
Oh, that was the
Oh,
same.
okay. Oh, what does that give us? Minus authority.
Yeah. Well.
We want the shivers. Pain threshold. What was it again?
Physical instrument.
Thank you.
And it would be worth checking, just hovering over the tool once you're done here and seeing what that actually does. The fact that only gives us 8%, I feel, isn't significantly more than what we already had. Okay.
We could put a point into it.
This orange machine is
17.
dead still.
It's a
Let's
white
go.
Has
chip.
a hand
Yeah.
crank ice cream churner
Doing it.
and an ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool. But your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before.
Okay.
And it's already unplugged. There's not
Let's-
much else to do other
see
than
if-
wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger.
Shall we? Do we actually use the tool though?
Yeah.
Okay. See what other checks are physical instrument before we put a point in.
I think there's at least. It was hard to say because some of them were showing up.
That we don't need to do anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking that we should check them first.
Our door. We've been through that door now.
Okay.
Abandoned lorry. I think we smashed the
did we
window
smash
on
the
that
window?
lorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Ice cream maker.
that's what we're at.
Yep.
Fucking hate this scroll.
Barbell. Yes, let's do that
Barbell
one.
we haven't done.
But is it grey?
Is it grey?
It's grey. Physical trash container. We don't need to do that either.
Water
And
door
measure
we
head.
don't need to do.
Okay.
Measure
So
head
the only
one.
ones we need to do are barbell and this. So if we put a point in, we can do both of those.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Physical instrument. You've been our lowest stat for this entire game. I think we. I'll just double check that this still we're working. Ooh.
Oh.
5 hours.
Let's wait.
5 hours.
Let's wait.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, I knew there was a thought that was affecting physical instrument, but I wasn't sure whether it was one we were doing or one we'd finished.
Okay. Very cool.
So,
in that case, shall we try something else?
having a nap.
Should we go over net? Should we done?
No. How long have we been playing?
45.
Oh, okay. Is there anything? Should we ask Titus about Ruby's location?
No.
No?
Can we?
Fast
know
travel to
every
one of these
time-
places?
Every time
Aye.
we check this, it's comes up with nothing. But I'd love to run the number on the victim's armor again. It really should give us something.
We did that this morning.
Oh, we did that this morning. Okay.
Yeah. We've done it every day so far and she just keeps saying it hasn't brought up anything.
So we
and I
haven't.
suspect there's some part of the story that we need to get past.
Okay.
Um,
Is there any white checks that are available to us right now? Interfacing,
that's
map wall.
done. Oh yeah. Map wall. That's in.
That's where this building, isn't it? Upstairs. Am I wrong?
Is it in the? I thought that was in the.
Library.
Yeah, in the book cellar
Right,
place.
let's go have a look at that.
I'm not quite sure at this point
All
which
of
is
it
the
is facing
fastest
on
way to go,
and-
but still. That's pretty fast.
It's probably faster that way. Yeah.
Because up the top here, eh?
Yeah. So if we check on all of our interfacing gear, then we might have a chance.
This here? Okay. Interfacing. Interfacing. What color are you
Yellow.
interfacing? Ew. Oh, the other gloves have more. Ew. It really bothers me how that goes bling every time. I'm like, what is happening in the back end? That it's
Why is this important?
it's so significant that we've
Yeah.
got any piece of that armor on. Someone's gonna shoot at us at some point in this game.
And it's going to be useful to have the armor on.
Yeah, but we don't know when that shooting is going to happen.
No. And does the thing we're holding give us interfacing? Does any of the tools give us interfacing?
Oh, actually, I think you're right. I think this does. No,
It doesn't. Do any of them?
I think only that actually gives us any stats.
So the okay. All right. Let us look at the.
We shall
map.
interface.
Several maps have been attached. The maps look old
Oh,
and
shit.
faded.
It's buried
Your
in a
eye
thing.
catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. The north coast to the east, rolling Hudon. It's so small. No. This is somewhere to be. This large map
Sorry,
ozone
everybody.
disintegrating in the northeast, radiating outwards from you. You can. Lost lit 850. The ocean connections. 850 million
Stalky,
people
can I
live
buy
on
these
the
maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is
Why
one
is
of
it
Martinez
That
so
old thing,
cheap?
from when some designs...
The place does not look like.
They didn't get that far.
Dang.
What
For
the
some
heck?
reason.
Wherever that option is, it's obviously gone. It's obviously past.
Is that the map?
I mean, it's a map wall. What else would it be?
Yeah, I guess so.
The only other thing I can think of would be if it were up in the where the game design stuff is, but I don't think it is.
There is something up there.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a map wall. It was just like a brainstorm wall, right? I guess another one of these no longer accessible things. Okay.
Cool.
Well,
That's
I
us.
think that's probably it for now. We still have this electronic doorbell, apparently. Although I don't trust any of this shit now. If any of you care to, tell us which ones of these are actually still available. You feel free, but also don't feel compelled to, because it's really irritating.
Scroll up.
I sure will try to.
Thank you. Stop there. Composure. René.
Yeah.
There's the Petonk person.
Aye.
So we still have something we can talk to him about if that's a valid check.
If that's really there. Okay. Ask him something about the war. And we also have, I do think this one actually is still available. But we will ask, in the next episode, we'll ask Titus about, what's his face?
Yes.
Ruby.
Yes.
Rudy.
Ruby.
Also interesting just to look at this map, because this map is old, right? And showing stuff that isn't there anymore, like this Ferris wheel. But this was maybe the area where they said someone could have been.
The fortress.
If the Tommy, get out of the way. If the building, this is the entrance here.
Yes. It might be that the map's a wee bit skew-if, though.
Yeah, it might have just been like out here, eh?
Yes.
Because I think we can get up to around about here. We can't get over there.
It's an island,
Yeah.
right?
We could possibly ask
Joyce.
Joyce to give us a ride. We should go and talk to Joyce.
Fuck, it's been a while. We should absolutely talk to Joyce.
We've got a lot more information now.
Yeah.
Look at how cool this would have looked if it had got to, there's this cool, like, railway type place here, and there's this awesome fountain and a broken egg thing.
It's funny, though. It doesn't look like a place people live. It looks like a theme park.
Yeah, that's a good point. And presumably this is like the pale gobbling things up on the outsides.
Friends, I hope you had a good time.
I thought you were going to say, I hope you have a pale gobbling up your insides. And I was like,
Whoa.
that seems like a strange thing to wish upon people, is it? Maybe I just
hope
need a
that
cup
your
of tea.
insides are feeling normal and good.
Yeah, not be gobbled up by any pale shit.
Yeah.
I
If
do
they
need
are
a cup
not
of tea.
perhaps some peppermint or kawa tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll catch you next time.
See you then!
Bye.